Hi, everyone, and welcome to this challenge. So if you're here, then that means you have committed to yourself. You've committed to being the best version of you. And I am so proud of you for taking that first step, because that first step really is the hardest step. And now the next step we're going to do together. All right. So this week, this video and the subsequent videos that follow are designed to help set you up for success in this first week before you get started with your program. We like to call this week your prep week, okay? So today, your first day, I want you to just start thinking about your goals. What is it that you want to accomplish? Not just in the short term, but long term. Like, think to yourself, a year from now, 2 years from now, what is your ideal body, health, your fitness? What does that look like? If I waved a magic wand, what would that look like? Would you be off your medications? Would you be 20, 30, 50 pounds more lighter? Would you be able to run your first 5K? Are you able to go for a walk or up the stairs without getting out of breath? Have you set a great example for your kids that now they're learning what healthy eating is? What are those goals? Maybe in the short term, it's just, hey, I want to fit into my jeans from last summer. Maybe that's your short-term goal. But really knowing what your long-term goal is, knowing what you're working for, is what you want to have in your mind's eye. You want to know what you're working for. And then you have to ask yourself today, right now, what is just one thing you could do that's going to set you up for success to get to that long-term goal? What is that one thing that you could do right now that's not really a huge change that would get you on the right goal? Is that just drinking more water? Maybe it's just starting to get 30 minutes of activity a day in. Maybe it's just starting to learn how to eat healthier week by week. The biggest thing I want you to keep in mind as we move forward is that you do not have to make an overhaul. You don't have to change everything starting today. You don't have to change everything. You take it one step at a time. And through taking things one step at a time, that's really going to lead you to your overall big goal. But sitting here right now, if you have 50, maybe 100 pounds to lose, if that's your overall goal, you might be thinking, holy crap, that's so overwhelming right now that I don't even know where to start. Well, that's why we're here, because you only have to do one thing. Just start with one thing to get you to that big goal. All right? So from here on out, I am here to challenge you to start shifting your mindset. So instead of approaching things as, I can't do that, figure out a way to take one step that helps you do that. Okay? So maybe you can't do push-ups from your toes. Neither can I. Do them from your knees. Do them against the wall. Do something so you keep moving. Maybe you can't do all the moves. Maybe you can't keep up with the cardio. That's okay. Hit pause, catch your breath, keep going. You always want to challenge yourself to keep going, because this is your journey. I can't tell you how your journey is going to look for you. You're going to have hard days and you're going to have great days. That is the ups and downs of doing this, okay? And that's why I'm here as your coach. Or if you're watching this and I'm not your coach, that's the whole reason you joined with your coach, right? We're all here to help each other. We are really just one big support network. I'm sitting here working on my own goals and struggling through them, just like you're going to have your days where you struggle through. That's where we come together as a team and really help each other out, okay? So I want you to today, this is your action step today, really, really think about in your mind's eye, if you could wake up 2 years from now, what is your ideal body look like? What does that life look like? Not even just, don't think just weight, but what does your life look like? Maybe you've always wanted to have a motorcycle, but maybe your weights held you back from that. Maybe your fitness held you back from that. Maybe you've always wanted to travel, but your fitness and maybe you took too many medications or any of that held you back from doing that. Like, what does that life look like? Okay? Picture it in your mind's eye. Now, I want you to tell me 3 things you're going to focus on over the next 6 to 8 weeks, okay? And those 3 things are going to be just small steps that get you to that overall goal. So maybe it is simple as you want to focus on just losing your first 10 pounds. You want to focus on getting into a pair of jeans that you wore last summer. You want to focus on being able to follow your meal plan 80% of the time. Maybe you want to focus on getting more water in. Maybe you want to focus on cutting back on pop and chips, those snacky things that you have. Maybe you want to focus on making sure that you work out at least 4 times a week. What are those 3 things that you're going to commit to as your goal for the next 6 to 8 weeks? So at the end of these 6 to 8 weeks, we can look back and say, okay, did you hit your goal? If you lost those 10 pounds that you said you wanted to, then that's freaking awesome. That's awesome, right? You really want to set yourself, the way and the key to set yourself up for success is breaking down your big goal into smaller, more manageable goals. So set a time frame on them, 6 to 8 weeks. And what are those smaller goals? I want to hear 3 of them. 3 smaller goals that's going to help you get to your big goal. And the time frame is from 6 to 8 weeks from now, okay? So I want you, once you figure out what those are, I want you to take the time, go into our private group, and I want you to post them, and I want you to tag your coach, all right? I'll talk to you tomorrow.